Hey guys, Karan Conroy from EliteMentoring.co here to talk about restorative justice. Okay, let's go. Now, the traditional disciplinary approach just isn't working, and the evidence shows that these traditional systems actually alienate the most vulnerable children from the most vulnerable communities. More and more communities are turning to the restorative approach. So here's a few quick things you need to know about restorative justice, which will help you implement it in your school and wider community. As an educator, you're under immense pressure, and when times get tough, it can be easy to resort to quick fixes. Unfortunately, restorative justice is all about the long game. It's all about building new neural pathways, and it does this through the restorative approach, which is all about helping students understand their actions and the consequences of those actions. And yes, it can be very challenging when a student walks into your classroom and the behaviors they have aren't really that great for learning. But it's important to remember school is more than just about learning and taking tests. It's about preparing your students for life outside of school, and the restorative justice approach does a great job of this. For the more serious incidents, you might want to think about having a restorative conference. Now, this is a lot of work and a lot of pre-organization from the facilitator, but it's a great way to unpack the incidents, find out what led to it, identify who's been harmed, and begin the healing process. And it also works great for the smaller stuff. This is where you can use the restorative chat. And yes, again, it's all about helping students understand the actions and understand the consequences of those actions. Now, the last point I want to make is that the restorative approach needs to become like a way of thinking. It needs to weave its way through everything you do in your school. It's for students and staff alike. And when you first implement it, it'll feel a little odd and unusual, but with practice and patience and reflection, next thing you know, it'll be like second nature. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to check out this clip. If you liked it, please tag someone below who you think would benefit from it. If you want to check out any of our other resources, you can do so by clicking on this post. And until next time, happy teaching.